Hi, my name is Molly Gingrich, and my presentation today is about mobile technology in classrooms. I will be talking about college classrooms as well as K through 12, and I'm going to start with college classrooms. There was a study done at the California Polytechnic State University, and basically the study was about college students, their attitudes about laptops, tablets, and cell phones, as well as mobile technology policy. And I'm going to start with their attitude toward laptops. Most students own a laptop and they use them frequently. And they feel one of the benefits is they can take notes at a faster rate than having to handwrite notes in a notebook. This gives them easy access to the internet, so they have access to Google or their preferred search engine to look up information that they need to. It gives them access to email, which is great for communication with professors and their fellow students, and it gives them access to their online management system like D2L. And it also gives them access to PowerPoints that their professors may publish, which is great for, again, note-taking or easier access. College students and tablets, they felt that the benefits were very similar to laptops as far as like note-taking and access to the internet, but they also felt that tablets are easier to carry, especially since now some textbooks are online and some schools are resorting to that. It's a lot easier to take your tablet to class that has your access to your textbook on it than having to carry a textbook in your backpack. And there was another study that was done at a different university, and they surveyed students about teacher technology use, and that study showed that it was appreciated when teachers use tablets for things like Blackboard, and if they have the pen, then they can write notes on the PowerPoint as they're lecturing, which can lead to really hitting home the important information, which is great for students and for teachers as well. College students and their cell phones. The students at the California University use their cell phones least for academic purposes, meaning it was the most used for non-academic reasons. And the study also showed that a majority of the students were texting in class, which can be distracting, and I will get to distractions about mobile technology as a whole later on in this presentation. Mobile technology policy. The students from the study felt that policies need to be clearly stated and enforced, because they felt that a majority of the professors had policies, but they weren't clear and or not enforced, or there were no policies at all, and that could lead to confusion about what the teacher is expecting. They believe laptops are a plus for the benefits that I listed earlier, and they felt that they should be allowed in class with the obvious exception of tests to prevent cheating and all that shenanigans. And one idea that I found interesting was they felt professors should give breaks for personal use, feeling that if students know that they'll have 5, maybe 10 minutes to themselves during the class to use their phones or tablets for whatever they want, that they'll be less likely to text or be on Facebook or whatever during class. And they also felt that there should be less student embarrassment. Their reasoning behind this was college students are adults. They can choose whether or not they want to focus in class, and they don't feel that they should be embarrassed for it. Sorry about that, my laptop went one click too far. Benefits of mobile technology in K-12 classrooms, and some of these benefits can apply to college classrooms as well. One, with tablets being more common in schools, especially the 1-to-1 tablet to student ratio, means students have access to applications, more commonly known as apps. And apps are available in all subject areas. And some of the great things about these apps is they're at student pace and student level. So let's say you have a 4th grade class. There can be this map app for them to use, but it's set at each student's personal level. So if students are behind, they can use this app to help them gain more knowledge and skills that they need. Or if students have the knowledge to work ahead of their grade level, they can do that as well, which I think is fantastic. Because it's not good for students to be bored, and it's not for them to feel left behind. Also, apps keep students interested. A lot of apps are in the form of games. Students would rather play games than do problems on the board. And it was also shown that students would rather do problems on a tablet or on a smart board than having to write them out on pen and paper. So that's a plus. Communication. With students having their own tablet, it makes it a lot easier for teachers to post like a class Facebook page or a class website where important dates, reminders can be posted for the students to see and for the parents to see as well, because if, like I said, the 1-to-1 tablet to student ratio is becoming more common, students can take these tablets home. Their parents can use them as well, maybe for internet access, and that can help them communicate with their child's teacher. Also, with the mobile technology, it's easier for teachers to communicate with other teachers and with administrators, which that is a big plus. Also, this leads to teacher mobility. If a tablet is connected to a smart board and they have the magic writing pen, teachers can walk around and write things down, and gives them better visual of the classroom to see what their students are doing than when they have to stand directly at the whiteboard and write things down. Professional development for teachers. I feel that since mobile technology is becoming more common, professional development must be a must, or needs to be a must. And there was a case study done about how 5 teachers from different states use technology, and professional development was covered in this case study, and there was a very broad spectrum to none being given, to teachers having to find professional development on their own, to the schools providing the professional development. And I believe since technology is changing all the time, professional development is key so that technology can be used properly and in a way that is beneficial for everybody. Of course, mobile technology does have its downsides. The big thing is cheating possibilities. With students having access to their phones and tablets and such, they can take pictures of tests, text other students' answers, or text questions and things like that. And kids and college students are smart. They know how to do this. But a way to combat this is to collect phones and tablets before class and make sure rules are enforced. There's also the possibility of, will the technology work? I mean, if teachers plan a lesson around, let's say, using the laptops or tablets and the site doesn't work, the teacher needs to have a backup plan. And there can also be the problem with Wi-Fi, as I said earlier, the 1-to-1 ratio, more common. A bunch of people are now all of a sudden using the Wi-Fi to access the internet, which can lead to a slow internet or it not working at all. And that can be a downfall. And as I stated at the beginning of this presentation, there were distractions, especially with cell phones, because students text. They get on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. And that can be distracting for them, but it's also distracting for their fellow students and for their teachers as well. And with these distractions, students' performance can drop. There was a study done that showed with high school students a 13% difference between students who used their phones or tablets for non-academic reasons than students who didn't use them at all. 13% lower on a test. That's a letter grade and a half. And then there was an even bigger difference when it came to note-taking and remembering information. I think there are ways to fix this, but it just has to be done. Well, that is what I found out about mobile technology in the classrooms, and I want to thank everybody for your time.